Hi everyone, I'm here today to discuss this smashing graphic novel series for middle graders written by Svetlana Chmakova, which I came across recently. It has 4 books in the series, out of which I have read the first 2. Both are awesome. But I'm here today to discuss the second one, which is called Brave, which was phenomenal. I read it and I just could not hold back, and I had to come and post a review about it. This is a series which is a must have on every bookshelf and every school if you have a kid aged 10 and up. So the story is about a middle grader boy called Jensen, who's also one of the supporting characters in the first book, which is called Awkward. So like we know, middle grade is that tightrope walk where children have to strike that balance between standing out and blending in. So they have to stand out enough to be wanted and included in the different groups and clubs, to be missed in their absence. They should stand out enough to be saved a seat for in the lunch recess. However, they also have to blend in and be inconspicuous enough to avoid drawing unwanted attention, to avoid the mean comments and rude stares, inconspicuous enough to breeze past their lockers trouble-free, inconspicuous enough not to hear the echoing laughters in the background in the classroom. And no matter how they are perceived as in the outside world, in their heads, every middle grader kid thinks that he or she is this superhero with infinite potential. They know they have it in them, and it's just a matter of time that they can flaunt their cape and the world recognizes that bravery, that shine in them. And Jensen is no different. Jensen is one such boy who looks at his every day in the middle school like a video game where he has to dodge all the dangers, hide away from the bad guys, and jump over obstacles to get through and go to the next level, which always seems so exhausting and difficult and distant. So he also has that, he has this balance of blending in and standing out the other way around. So he is different enough to be ridiculed, bullied, and pushed by some of the kids in the school, and unremarkable enough to be ignored, forgotten, and left unaccompanied by the rest. So it's a really sad and difficult place to be. And the heartwarming manner in which the author shares his mind voice through the images and words is really heartbreaking. So a few days back when Tisya was reading this book, she shut the book and started crying. She was weeping bucketfuls, and she told me, "Mama, this is one of the most painful parts that I have read, and I'm never going to go back to this book again." So I pacified her and I tried telling her it's just a story and blah blah blah. But yesterday when I read the book, I understood why she wept, why she cried, because it's heartbreaking to see this little boy go through his every day in the middle school, being ignored, feeling not wanted, and trying his best to be part of some group. And as a mother, I really wanted to go and give him this one big tight hug and tell him how wonderful and how amazing he was. And I wished that he knew that too, because the way in which he masks his loneliness and his sadness in a self-deprecating humor and lives in that impressive, gargantuan, imaginary world in his head was absolutely tender. So this book the central theme is around bullying. However, that is just one of the things, because the author goes beyond that and touches upon so many amazing things, important things for middle graders, like standing up for oneself, looking out for each other, resisting unreasonable rules, voicing your dissent, different ways of protesting, different ways in which you can disagree to something, showing them the power in the unity of voices, showing them the importance of empathy, and how each one of us have that agency to bring about change in the world that we inhabit. So many things very beautifully expressed through this story. So will Jensen master this middle school video game and come out victorious? That is the story, but how he does it is for you to find out, because this book is unmissable. You shouldn't miss this book. Now, beyond these all these things that I've told you, there is also one very big theme that the author tries to tell her young readers, which is the fact that, you know, every middle schooler, every kid of their age faces these different monsters in their life, you know, monsters in the school or outside the school, the monsters lurking in the corridors or in their heads as fears, as lack of confidence, or some difficult, hard to tackle subject, or fear for some teacher, or inability to make friends, you know, different things that every child goes through. Every child has to face them, and we need to be brave to conquer, to tame these monsters. But everyone needs to be brave, but it's not the same kind of brave for everyone. So we all need to pull out our strengths and persevere and find our own kind of brave to emerge victorious. So that I think is the core message of the book, which is an absolutely important message that children understand, and books like these play a big role in showing them, you know, the challenges that they may be going through, or some of their friends or some of their classmates may be going through, and so that they don't become one of those bullies, or nor do they find themselves at the receiving end of, you know, taunts and harassment. So please read this book, and do let me know how you like it. Thank you, and bye bye.